Have we been hallucinating everything? Is Piggy even real? Is Bunny actually our friend? And is Doggy even alive? A lot of questions, very few answers, but what we do know is that Chapter 8 will be out this weekend and we're gonna be playing it. With that being said, in today's video, we're going to be giving a theory about what we think will be happening to Bunny in the next chapters, not just Chapter 8, but a bit in the next chapters, sharing a little bit of insight and thoughts on what we think, and also reading some of the comments because a lot of you have theories on what will happen to Bunny. But also, if you guys are enjoying the content on the channel, not just Piggy, but everything, I'm trying my best to bring you guys the best content that I can. Feel free to leave a like on this video and also subscribe to the channel. Again, it really shows your support. But with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get this started talking about Bunny. So to start this off, I do want to say that I never really focused on Bunny and never really looked at Bunny's side of the story. And again, a lot of you guys have been providing a lot of theories, so I will be reading off some of the comments that you left on what you think will happen to Bunny. And again, I'm going to be sharing what I think will also happen to Bunny and something that could possibly happen. Remember, none of this stuff is concrete, but again, there's no better feeling than thinking of or coming up with a theory, which I absolutely love, and then it actually happens. Like again, I really think that Chapter 8 may be some type of farm, but it could be that it's not, could be that it turns out to be a city. Who actually knows? But again, we do know that it will take place sometime after the metro, so that's something to bear in mind. It's not directly after, it's sometime after. So Bunny, again, I haven't really talked that much about Bunny because Bunny was one of those trusted characters, but what I do recall is whenever I played the hospital, which I believe was Chapter 6, I definitely thought, like, in the end, the way Bunny was looking at the note, like Bunny was actually evil. I don't know why that kind of crossed my mind. It was just the way Bunny looked, and the facial expression didn't even really change. It was just the end moment. I just was like, what is Bunny doing? Like, why was there this blank kind of, you know, still point on Bunny in this particular scene? And I don't think that was there on purpose. So my whole thought was then that it kind of crossed my mind that Bunny was evil. And then we also got to Chapter 7 in the metro where Bunny is now feeling sick. So that could have also been a moment where Bunny was feeling sick because of the potion. And now, you know, Bunny is actually sick in 7 and needs to rest and is going to fight off the monsters. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at this from both sides. I want to look at it from Bunny is a good Bunny on one side, and then Bunny is a evil Bunny on the other side, because we've been really covering up Mr. P and saying that Mr. P is evil, Mr. P is evil. But what I want to do is I want to say that I'm not changing my mind. I do think Mr. P is evil, but however, let's just hypothetically say Mr. P is the good one and Bunny is the evil one. How crazy would that be? Now, I do know that a lot of you guys are thinking that something's gonna happen to Bunny when we leave. Like, Bunny either is going to come back as a boss at some point, which we did cover a video talking about that future boss battle that can possibly be coming. So a lot of you are thinking that maybe something's gonna happen to Bunny, or Bunny is, you know, this route of experiment. And we also don't know exactly. Can you please let me know this down below in the comments? Who exactly is Patient Zero? I'll be doing a little bit more research and trying to figure that out, but I don't exactly know who Patient Zero is. They didn't say exactly who it was. I don't know if that's George, but we'll just have to see who Patient Zero actually is. Let's say that's actually Bunny. But from what we know is, it seems that Bunny and Mr. P are friends. Maybe they're partners. Who knows? I would say that Bunny, let's say if Bunny was evil, Bunny was actually trying to, let's say, kill Mr. P. But then they kind of bumped into each other in the sewers. Everything seemed fine. So I don't think that is the actual case. But one thing that I did find suspicious, at least, is, of course, we know that Bunny has an eye patch. And also, if you do pay attention to all the characters in Piggy, at least all the aggressive characters, like if you pick them, they all have one red eye. And the thing about Bunny is that Bunny doesn't have that. What Bunny has, or a lot of people are thinking that Bunny has the red eye under the eye patch, at least, and that's why we can't actually see it. So maybe Bunny is actually evil, but can kind of control this and kind of bring it out whenever Bunny wants to. But also, if we go into just a normal game, as you've been seeing, is that Bunny has these 3 scratches on the eye. And the thing about that is that where did that actually come from? Who actually caused it? There's a lot of questions, of course, trying to figure out, okay, well, if it was red, then we would know that Bunny is evil, but who's to say that the eye patch wasn't added to also say that, okay, you know, maybe there's a deeper story to this. But one of the theories that I also read is that something will happen to Bunny, as far as with the potions, being that Bunny is sick and Bunny is going to turn into a mutant. Now that's not too far-fetched, at least, shall I say, but at the same time, I don't think Bunny will turn into a mutant. If anything, if Bunny did turn into a mutant, I don't want to rule anything out. Anything is actually possible in this, but what if Bunny turned into a mutant and then you had to fight Bunny at the very end? So let's say we don't see Bunny at all until chapter 12. Imagine that. I mean, imagine the suspense on that at least. And Mr. P actually turns out to be innocent and we're working with Mr. P. I mean, this would be a roller coaster of feelings. I don't know how I would even take this. But there is one thing about chapter 8 that we do know, which Minitoon actually tweeted out, and Minitoon said, Chapter 8 leaks. And the thing is, which we got to understand that there's probably going to be no leaks to these chapters, because you have to realize that chapters, or, you know, if he releases anything on a chapter, it's pretty much going to reveal the whole entire chapter, which would also spoil it and also take away a bit of the suspense. But I just love story stuff like this. But also, I could see if he was working on, let's say, chapter 8 to 12, and then we got a sneak peek or something like a leak or something along those lines, then that would be, you know, that's 4 chapters where we would kind of have to guess what goes where. But being that it's chapter to chapter basis, I can totally get that. So what he did say is, though, is that we will learn some more information on characters we already know / have seen before. So if we think about all the characters we've actually seen before, we've seen Mr. P. We've also seen, I don't know if George the Pig counts from being on the missing board, but we've seen Mr. P, we've seen Doggy. Now, also, I don't know if this will also count in the gallery where we saw all the monsters around the car, or if this is, well, these would be monsters that we know. If it's monsters that we know, we have to think about Bunny. Okay, we also have to think about Mr. P, and we have to think about Doggy. Those are the 3 that really come to mind. And again, there's also that theory that we're just hallucinating everything. So maybe the forest, we were hallucinating Doggy the whole entire time. Like maybe Doggy wasn't even aggressive. Maybe, you know, Doggy again died before all of this and we weren't even there with Doggy. So yeah, there's a lot of things in there, but between those 3 characters, I think they're going to focus either on Bunny and Mr. P, but we'll see. I think we'll definitely get some more information on Mr. P, because again, he also revealed a potato, which of course would go in reference with Mr. P. So I really look forward to that. But as far as, again, having a mutant Bunny would be pretty interesting, but I just don't know how that would exactly play out. But let's check out some of the theories you guys thought about. So Josh Peep said that I was able to see under Bunny's eye patch. If you don't have good enough internet, the head would appear, but not the eye patch. It is white, so she could not be evil. But who's to say she's not the root of evil? I mean, white eyes is also quite scary too. But a lot of people are raising awareness to the scratches on Bunny's eye. So don't know if we'll get a back history to that. Would be really cool if we did. At least this other theory was left by Moon Luna, and they said, so what a theory is that Bunny was human before and she was very sick, and Mr. P wanted to help her, and the only way was to turn her into an animal of some sorts. I know it's a bit late, but I wanted to say it. That's also a very, very good idea as well. Like, imagine that. Imagine Bunny actually being like, they were actually humans, and then these experiments turned them into animals. That is a very good theory. But this could totally turn out, again, that Bunny is the evil one, and then everyone's thinking that, because right now everyone has the most feelings for Bunny. Right now I feel like Bunny is definitely one of those guys, and Doggy too. I really hope Doggy's okay. But Bunny's like, oh, we feel so bad, Bunny is sick, and then bam, Bunny's gonna turn around and kill us all. No, just saying. So we do need to also be aware of all the characters, guys. I know we're getting involved in the characters, but make sure, be aware, okay? They all can be evil. We really don't know who to trust just yet, but let me know what you thought of those theories. I definitely think Bunny is going to fight off these monsters as much as Bunny can, but it's going to be probably too much, and something is going to happen to Bunny. Don't know if it's going to be something dramatic, but Bunny will not be the same Bunny. I feel like that we'll see later on down the road, and if so, something will totally be up. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Let me know what you guys thought of that. Mutant Bunny. Was Bunny a human and got transformed into an animal by Mr. P? Who knows? There's a lot of theories going around, but I wanted to cover this up before Chapter 8 actually comes out. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, again, feel free to leave a like and share it. Also, feel free to subscribe for more. And if you're new to the channel, let me know your theories and thoughts on Bunny down below in the comments. And I will see you in the next one.